Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Municipality of Monroeville Zoning Hearing Board meeting for Wednesday, May 3rd, 2023. Will everyone please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Will everyone please make sure their phones are silenced? And Sharon, may we have a roll call, please?
Mr. Grisiak?
Here?
Mr. D'Agostino?
Here.
Mrs. Wilkins?
Here.
Mr. Gatos?
Here.
Mr. Hutchison?
Here.
Mr. Dice?
Here.
Mr. Weldon?
Here.
Thank you. The minutes for the April 5th, 2023 meeting. Sharon, I had one change. There was a meeting, or mention of the meeting for January, or excuse me, for December, and I think it said December 2023
Okay,
as opposed to 2022.
thank you.
Anyone else have any comments or questions on the minutes? If not, I'll entertain a motion for approval.
I'll make a motion for approval.
May I have a second?
I'll second.
Motion and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Paul, new business, please.
All right, first item of the night, 23-5-A, Frank Dodson. Applicant requests a dimensional variance from section 207.3A lot and yard requirements of the Monroeville zoning ordinance number 1443 as amended to install solar panels that will encroach approximately 5 feet into the required 10-foot side yard setback for accessory structures. The property is located at 3661 Northern Pike, tax parcel 638F106 in the R2 one-family zoning district.
Thank you. Is the applicant present, please? Please come forward. Are you just going to speak?
Yes.
Okay. You sign in, please, and spell your last name for the secretary.
Dodson.
Would you please raise your right hand?
Yep.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth and the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help
I
you
do.
God, in the matter before us?
Yes.
State your case, please.
So I have a structure that I want to put together it's going to hold approximately 8 solar panels. It's going to be a lean-to roof coming off of an existing shed, essentially a grid, just to put these on top. It's going to start at 8 feet at the highest point, come down to 6 feet. With regards to where it's at, that's why I need the variance, because it's too close to the property line.
So you have is it a greenhouse currently in place in the back of your yard?
There is a greenhouse to the side, so essentially what this is going to be for is more or less an off-grid to power the greenhouse, and I have just several different things that I use battery-powered. So it's not connected to the house in any way, shape, or form.
And it just leans against the
So
greenhouse?
it'll lean just coming off, just at a slight slope. I'll have 4 posts in the front. It'll connect to the shed itself.
Questions? Is that the extent of?
That's it, yeah.
Okay.
What color is it going to be?
The panels themselves are black and a bluish tone. I'm gonna make it aesthetically the same as what I have for the rest of the yard.
Does it sit above the ground to some degree?
It's gonna be about the shortest part of it, so imagine if that wall, that's gonna be the highest point, and then it's gonna come down, it's only gonna come off about 7 feet, and it's gonna only come down about 2 feet from that. So that way I got access up underneath as opposed to climbing on a roof and trying to,
You have to clean these things every so often to?
No, they're pretty self-cleaning, very waterproof, at least I hope.
I've seen some the last couple of weeks with just pollen, just covered with pollen. I was wondering
Yeah.
how they get.
Yeah,
charred.
and which is good because it's gonna be low enough that I could get up there and I could clean it, if indeed.
Are your neighbors aware of what your plans are?
I believe so. I think they got a letter stating what we're doing.
Okay.
Yeah, letters were sent out, ad was placed in the paper, and orange placards were posted.
And Paul, any correspondence from anybody?
Nothing.
Is there anybody else in the audience that would like to speak on this matter? Other board members, questions? Applicant?
What's the structure gonna be, the panels are gonna be built onto, are they metal posts or are they wooden posts?
No, it's all gonna be wood, so I'll put like 6x6 posts down, cement them 3 feet in. And the connection itself, these are just gonna be, like trusses that I'm gonna screw down, with probably stainless steel brackets to hold it.
Are you doing all the work yourself, including the electrical?
The electrical, I'm not sure, and I may get some help from an electrician for that.
Okay.
That's the problem, is you can't find, nobody wants to divulge any information on how to do these. They either want to have you hire them, and then you buy everything from them, but I have everything currently, so I'm just gonna see, I'm gonna see what's involved in it, and if I do need to get an electrician, I will.
Very good. Any other questions?
What are the size of the panels? It said they're gonna have 8 panels?
So it's gonna be, it'll be 20 foot long, or 21 feet long by 7 feet going back. So it'll hold 8 panels with probably 1 inch between.
Any other questions? Entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion for approval.
Motion approved.
I'll second it.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
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 Good
Thank you.
luck. Welcome to the grid.
Appreciate it.
Paul, next item, please.
Number 2, 23-6-A, Gary and Karen Spock. Applicant requested dimensional variance from section 2073A, lot and yard requirements of the Monroeville zoning ordinance number 1443 as amended to install a detached garage that will encroach approximately 10 feet into the required 30-foot front yard setback for accessory structures. The property is located at 252 Willow Drive, tax parcel 640K155 in the R2 one-family zoning district.
Applicant is present. Please come forward, whoever's going to speak. Please sign in, sir, and spell your last name for the secretary, please.
S-P-A-C-H-T.
Sir, would you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God in the matter before us?
I do.
Please state your case.
Yeah, want to build a garage.
Okay. May I have a motion? No. Can you tell us a little bit about the garage? It's detached from your house. We have
It's
some pictures.
detached. We were going to build an addition because her mother was in bad condition and, well, she's gone now, so we decided not to bother with the addition. We just wanted to do the detached garage.
Okay. And this will be flush with the front of your current house, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, yeah.
There it is.
So where the red car is parked, is that going to be part of the driveway for the new garage?
No,
Is everything going to be to the left of the telephone pole?
right.
Correct.
How far off the house is the garage gonna start?
3 to 4 feet. The only reason why we're doing a detached is because we have all this stuff hanging on the side of the house. All the solar panels and everything got their boxes, and the electric company got their boxes, and it's so, rather than have them come on and move everything, we decided to just detach it and just make a walkway through there.
Now, there's a gray car parked there. Is that where the garage is going?
The gray.
Yes,
The gray, what car?
yes.
I think he has another picture, Bruce. Or does- No, there you go. That's, I'm sorry.
You can leave that on the table, and the camera will zoom in on
I
that.
didn't see the gray car.
See it next to the house.
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry, I'm his wife. I apologize.
We know that. We're confident that you're his wife.
No, it was parked there.
Okay, so that, where the gray car is parked is going to be one of the entrances for the garage. Is the garage a tandem garage or two double doors? Or a double?
No, just one door.
Oh, it's one door, okay.
Single car.
All it is gonna be almost a garage and a half.
Okay. We were confused. We thought we were trying to figure out how you're gonna get two cars there with a telephone pole.
No, we already
car.
have one
All
garage,
right,
so
thank
we
you.
wanted to get the other car out of the snow, so we
We're-
wanted
we're
to
with
build
you.
another.
Thank
So
you.
looking at the picture, the telephone pole doesn't come into play at all.
No, the guide wire for it doesn't come in, it's nothing.
Okay. The other, can you slide the yellow sheet right where that other one is, right in the middle there? Yep.
RDX.
Is that good?
Yeah.
See it up there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Paul, on ours, we have another red thing going back on the survey. What is that structure?
What's behind that? Is that a deck?
There's a
It's
picture.
not
of-
listed on-
It's not on
showed
his,
on
it's
this
not
one.
his one.
What is that rectangle?
It's a small deck, yeah.
Okay, that's not part of the application, it's just,
No,
No
no,
variance
it's nothing to do
Existing
with it.
deck.
gotcha. No, I don't think, there's an existing deck, but
Is that deck right there now?
That deck's not
Or you
there
just
yet.
have the patio that's behind the house?
This is existing. This is proposed.
Yeah, but we're not gonna do that.
We're not gonna do that.
Oh, you're not doing it
We
anymore?
can't, we
Okay.
don't have enough money for that.
Okay.
all right, thank you.
We're just gonna do the
Just need
garage.
clarification.
Right.
Okay, so that doesn't come into play then? Okay.
No.
Paul, anything from any neighbors?
No, same thing. It was posted and advertised. No correspondence.
Anything from anybody else in the audience want to speak?
I'm guessing that the garage is gonna be, vinyl siding, white to match the house and everything?
Exactly, yeah. It'll look like it's always been there.
Okay.
Any other board members with questions? Entertain a motion.
I'll make the motion to approve.
Thank you, Heather. Second, please.
All set.
Robert? Motion and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
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 Good luck with your project, sir. Thank you, and ma'am. Next item, please, Paul.
The next two items are the same applicant, same address, so I can read them both in, and then we can act on them independently.
Okay.
237A Irwin Ray, applicant requests a dimensional variance from section 210 fences of the Monroeville zoning ordinance number 1443 as amended, to construct a 6-foot-tall solid fence in the front yard of the property that faces Dennis Court. The property address is 165 Jamison Lane, tax parcel 639M, 087 in the R2 Single Family Residential Zoning District, and is a corner lot. Second application, 238A, applicant requests a dimensional variance from section 2073, lot and yard requirements of the Monroeville zoning ordinance number 1443 as amended, to install a deck that will encroach approximately 10 feet into the required 30-foot front yard setback for accessory structures that faces Dennis Court. Property address is 165 Jamison Lane, tax parcel 639M087 in the R2 Single Family, and is a corner lot.
Thank you. Before we start, can I, and before we call the applicant up, Paul or Mr. Dice, could you explain about the front yard and how the hardship is and what we're facing?
This is a case where we have two front yards,
Correct.
am I right? which creates a hardship for most people that in the zoning business, when there's two front yards and an applicant wants to make application, oftentimes that would be considered a hardship for the property, which lands on the side of the applicant, in favor of the applicant.
It's not something he created, it's just the
No,
nature of the
that's correct.
the lot.
That's
and-
correct. He didn't create he or she did not create the hardship. It was there when they purchased it.
Thank you. Will the applicant please come forward? Hi there.
Irwin Ray.
Okay. Speak into the
Raise
microphone and sign and date, or sign in. And sir, would you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God, in a
Yes,
matter
I do.
before us?
I do.
State your case, please.
Yeah, as the gentleman spoke, we recently just purchased this house a little over a year ago. Beautiful home. Inside's real nice. Has no outside living space. It does sit on the corner lot. And, yeah, so we needed a place to let the dog out in the, in the mornings and not have to parade her out with us. So, yeah, and I talked to all my neighbors. My neighbors agreed. They told us we need to put a fence up, by the way. So, yeah, we want to put a privacy fence around mostly the backyard. And to the side of Dennison.
Do you have a picture
lane.
you can put up there for us?
I have
Not
lots
to-
of pictures, yeah, I took some pictures this morning. How does that work?
Just
The
leave it
camera in
there
the
and
sky.
the camera will pick it up.
There we go.
Could you
This
slide
is
it
the
out of the,
Dennison
sir, could you
court.
slide it out of the
Plastic.
Pardon me?
plastic sleeve?
Pull it out?
Yeah, it's-
All right. Yeah, it might help. This is on a printer, and this isn't printer quality paper, so
It's gonna be better, though.
it,
There we go.
this is the side off of Dennison Court to the side of the house. We are building coming off the back corner of the house. And this would be the fence line. It would be 10 feet from this corner to the road, all the way around that we're going with. So there's a good place to plant, and my wife's the plant lady, and she, to plant bushes and things. So yeah, that's the side. So it's nowhere near the front, towards the front of the actual property.
Paul, may I
Here's
ask
the
you to
sale.
put the, this picture?
Yeah, this is a picture of just showing the back corner where we do have a walkway going out. The tape measure shows that's our post, where our fence would reach. There's 10 more feet out to the cul-de-sac.
Is that where you want to put the gate?
There will be a gate there at that walkway, yes, absolutely.
No, that's a wooden post, but you're proposing a vinyl fence?
I'm looking into vinyl. They're still taking some bids whether I want. I may just do a wood fence. I was thinking a wood fence with metal posts sunk in the concrete. God, my wife kind of likes that. I think those are solid.
Might be a little more attractive than the
Yeah,
slab vinyl.
and we'll have the attractive side to the outside. We definitely all want it to look good for the neighbors. Yeah, we want to keep the neighborhood looking real nice. So now the next picture just shows looking down Dennison. That you can see the setback of where the fence would actually go, and this is 10 feet to the road. So there'd be plenty of visibility, and then.
The image you used in your application, do you have that you can show?
Yeah, that's from the real estate site. Oh, do I have it?
Do you have it?
Yeah, but that one I probably drew actual lot lines on. Because these don't actually show the correct, the line, the red line in there is just the actual property line is where, yeah, is what you're seeing here. And yeah, and that's the setback.
Give him a second to focus.
So there's Dennison Court coming up. The property faces Jamison Lane.
So it's hard to see on the camera, but this is where the fence is proposed to go.
Yeah, that's the actual property line. The neighbor behind me, Gary, says, yeah, your property line's up here. This would line up to the neighbor's fence that they have. This is their fence, and we would just line up with ours and go right down the property line, then 10 foot back all around. And then stop here and go directly to the corner of the house.
And Paul, just for clarification, the fence that's coming off his neighbor's by where the pool is.
Yeah.
That is, he's allowed to do that just by virtue of it being his side yard?
You mean connect to it or put the fence
Put
inside?
that particular fence, which particular portion of the fence is the applicant needing to get?
The variance, it's for the section in the front yard.
Yeah, they consider that the front yard on the court.
So it's just that area. The other
Just
fence
that part.
he's
If I were to-
entitled to have.
Yeah. And the deck, again, is gonna go into that corner, tucked in, and it will extend out 10 feet from the corner of the house. This measurement is actually over 50 feet, 56 feet, I believe I measured. So I don't know where I'm not coming close to the 30.
Well, there's a 50-foot right-of-way for the road. So
Okay.
25 feet from the center
Oh,
is where your property line is.
oh. But still, all right.
Yeah, your property line doesn't go to the curb.
No, I know that.
Yeah,
No, you have an
25.
easement back. I wasn't sure.
Right away. Yeah.
Right away. And I'm going 10 feet back from their side, so.
Okay, thank you for clarification.
We'll leave that there in case they have a question about the deck as well.
The line that goes from your house to by your neighbors, is that gonna be just a fence or is that gonna be a gate as well?
There'll be a gate off the deck to go step down.
Now, on the other side of the house,
There'll be a gate just here.
right here.
Oh,
There's
over
an
in that
ang-
corner?
Yes,
No,
sir.
that's just a fence.
Okay.
That's just a solid fence. Yeah, they have some old latest work that they've had sitting there for many years. It looks really tatty. We just want a nice fence to look at. And I talked to them today, and they're fine with tying into their fence.
Okay. Paul, have we heard anything from anybody in the neighborhood?
I believe they're here.
Okay. Sir, are you done with your presentation? We'll call.
I think you'll understand that I have some other pictures, but they're just pretty much showing the fence line and where
Okay.
the deck is going to be sitting in the corner.
How high is the fence gonna be?
I'm sorry?
How high is the fence gonna be?
I was just going privacy fence, 6 foot high.
6 foot.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
Thank you.
So I did have some phone calls, and they were sort of on the fence of whether or not they were in opposition to the fence or not. So we'll, if they have any comments, we'll wait to hear.
You worked on that pun all afternoon.
Just came to me.
Okay. Thank you, sir. We'll, who would like to speak?
Okay.
If both of you or just one? One? Come on up. Thank you. You would sign in, please, and spell your name for the secretary.
Kim Curvda, 156 Jamison Lane.
Let's just spell
he
your
pretty-
last name for the clerk.
Oh, Krivda. How you doing?
And would you raise your right hand, please?
Pardon me?
Would you raise your right hand, please?
I didn't hear you.
Would you raise your right hand?
Oh, sure.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth and the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God in this matter?
Certainly, I do, yes.
Please.
Yes. He really confirmed that. We were thinking it was going to be down further.
Okay.
That it's coming around the back there,
Okay.
and it's going to be 10 feet off the road, right? Like,
10 feet
for
from
the
behind the
easement
curb.
there. Okay, well, he clarified. That's,
So does
no
that
no
allay
problem.
that allays some of your fears then? Does that allay some of your fears? Does that answer your question?
No, I wasn't, I live around the bend, so I'm not from there, but some other neighbors had raised concerns, and I just was clarifying that, so, I mean, I think they're, within reason, and it's reasonable, so.
Okay,
it's
thank
just-
you.
That's what I want to know, okay.
Great. Any other board members with questions for the applicant, or? Okay, this would be on the fence item. Have a motion, please?
Yeah, that's 23-7A.
Thank you.
I'll make a motion for approval.
Have a second, please?
I'll second it.
Motion and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Okay, next is the
Come on back up for the deck.
deck.
Would you raise your, no, you don't have to raise your hand. All right, so let's get our papers organized here. All right, sir, present your case on the deck.
Oh, the deck is tucked into the corner of the house, and we'll actually extend 10 feet into the side yard on Dennison Court, and we'll abut against the fence that will come up against. There will be a stairway down to that slight walk. It's only about 3 steps. So the deck essentially is flat to the ground in the corner of the house, and then as it steps out, the yard slopes away, but the highest point of the deck will be 38 inches above the ground on that one corner.
Is there a railing around the deck?
Yes, there will be definitely a railing around the 2/3 of the deck, and then where we'll be able to walk out from the house onto the deck.
Okay. Anybody with correspondence on the deck?
Nothing.
Good. Any board members, questions?
When do you look to do all this work?
Pardon me?
When is this work gonna be started, or?
Yeah, we were waiting to get the variance, make sure that all went through, but
Okay.
I have, I've gone to the Home Depot and had some diagrams of Lowe's and we've
Okay.
talked to the building that applied for the
Permit?
permit exactly, and I'm tweaking the design a bit, so.
Walmanized or what kind of?
No, I was gonna go with vinyl on the, yeah.
Like a
on the
Trex or
deck
something like
itself,
that,
and, yeah, we want this to look nice, to keep with the quality of the house and the neighborhood, to tell you the truth.
Good.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Any questions? Have a motion, please?
Motion to approve it?
Have a second?
I'll second.
Second, motion and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye. Good luck.
Thanks for your help.
Thank you.
You want this?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Seeing nothing else on our agenda, entertain one final motion. Motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Have a second?
I'll second that motion.
Motion and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you.